joyous wonder. I love it when that doesn't fade. Yes. Oh, this is a pine cone. Yes. I've been collecting them outside. If you go for a walk through the forest. Don't worry, I'll take you. You're not supposed to go there yet. It's technically out of bounds, but you know, it is not wrong to go for a walk in the forest. And it will be perfectly safe if you're with me, okay? So don't go without me. And if any of those nasty Slytherins or Gryffindors try to convince you that it's the right thing to do, don't listen to them. You come and find me first, okay? Okay. Oh, I know, dear. Has no one told you about me yet? Oh, it's been many weeks since the first of class. I'm surprised you haven't come to see me before. It is hard to get situated, isn't it? Yes, it's a nice calming corner I have here fashioned. How long have I been here? Oh, I've been here for many, many years now. They just can't get rid of me, you know. Oh no, I just never graduated, that's all. Yeah. My grades never made it up high enough, but that is slightly because I keep changing electives. Yeah. Oh no, not hundreds of years, don't worry. I'm actually only 30. 31, 32, 31, since those howling winds. Yes, no, I believe there are teachers there that forget that I am a student. They tend to just let me sit in on classes and study, you know. Oh, I do. I love to study. I'm just not very good at it. Things don't keep my interests, except for herbology. And there's a class that I want to start, which is not just, you know, outdoors in nature, but also getting to know it. Like, I haven't perfected this yet, obviously. You'll take my class. Oh yes, so what you will learn in my class, if I were to become a teacher or have this instated, I would just turn up to class. I don't really want to teach it. I want some other professor to teach it. I don't want to assume the responsibility of having to be on time and confidence to stand up in front of everybody. But I do believe that it is good to be taught, and it does need. I'll be writing some strongly worded letters. You watch. No, with a quill. A real letter with a real quill. You'll see. I don't think it's so much that they don't discourage me from leaving. They just don't enforce it. Oh no, I don't. I have a room, yes. Yes, I do, yes. Yes, I live here. I go home sometimes. I go home and visit my family and tell them all the things, but then I come back because this place is so warm, it's so homey. I love the round windows and the low ceilings. It's all very cozy and comfortable. I would never leave, except that I would miss the outside world. And by that I mean the physical outdoors, the nature. Yeah, we have a lot of pot plants in here, I know. And it is very homey and right next to the kitchen. I love it. I love it when they cook some pumpkin, when they bake the pumpkin ready for the pumpkin pies, and the smell wafts. It wafts into our common room. Yes, I love that. Oh yes, sorry, I get distracted easily, you know. Oh, you can tell. You're so cute, yes. So, Yes, what we would be learning in this class that I wish to start would be not how to care for magical plants and creatures, but how to understand them, how to communicate with them. We're wizards, we're witches, we're magicians. We can work our magic and get to know the creatures as people do, you know. I think there's a big gap in understanding between the races, you know. Between the different types of creatures and things like wood nymphs and the will-o'-the-whispers. And all of the creatures that, you know, Newt Scamander has been protecting. We don't just have to give them a safe space, which we do. We should be doing that, but we also should be getting to know what a safe space for them means, for them, for you. You might like this cozy, comfortable common room, but perhaps a Norwegian fire beetle prefers a completely different habitat in which they will thrive and relax in. Oh, don't worry, you're not missing out, no. The pumpkin pies aren't yet ready. And even if they are, we can go back later. It's very close nearby. We can go in for some munchies later. It's just nice to sit here, you know. Me? Oh, I am calm. This is me. This is me calm. Yes. I'm always fiddling with something. You know, do you know little Tom? Tom, he's in first year, your first year, yes, but he is in, I believe it was Ravenclaw. I know him by his face, see, Tom, not his colours, but Tom from Ravenclaw. I saw him crying by the bathrooms the other day, and of course, you know, I had to go and see if he was okay, and he was so grateful. He told me all about how hard the transition is. And then this was weeks ago, and then just today, in the corridors, completely blanked me. Didn't wave, didn't smile, didn't acknowledge my existence. Such a shame. But he did have friends, and he did seem happy. He seemed in with a click. So I'm sure if he finds himself at the wayside with no friends, he will remember me, and then he will remember me. And I will take him out to the gardens, and I will say, listen, Tom, you have to just let the people in. Be nice to them. But until that day comes, I will just continue to smile and wave at him in the corridors. Now, oh yes, the colours of Hufflepuff. You may notice the flower lights, yes. I fashioned those themselves with my magic, yeah. Yellow, yes, and black, or a dark brown, and black, yes. So has nobody explained this to you? Oh, they have. You just want to know my take, yes. Okay, so it is of my opinion that the bright yellow of the Hufflepuff house, the bright yellow, stands, of course, for sunshine and kindness and warmth and coziness and, you know, the richness of fire and the warmth of a cozy oven fire and the warmth of a sunshine day that helps people to grow. And I think that it is very interesting that the conflicting colours that we have are also black, because black, it goes with anything. We're very easy to get along with, and it's so easy is the same. We should all be treated with equal respects regardless. Yes, of course. How do you like being in Hufflepuff? Yes, I agree. It's very hospitable, isn't it? It's very warm and cozy, and it just... Oh, cottagecore. Yes, now there's a term I haven't heard for a long time. I believe it is the embodiment of cottagecore. Is Hufflepuff. I believe that bird that is drilling is a cuckoo. Yes. Or they can be quite nasty, vicious birds, but still, they are quite lovely. I believe that Hufflepuffs can both be the bright, radiant happiness of yellow, and also the infinite void of the darkness. And because we've got both, we're very balanced people. I find we tend to be more down to earth, and not just in the loving of nature and dirt and digging in the garden sort of way, but also in the we have our heads screwed on properly. We're not necessarily the smartest or the bravest or the most likely to get our way, but we will help you. We will help. And it is always great feeling to be of some help. I think it's good to include multifaceted sides of people, and the most interesting people are not always the most outstanding in society. They're often the people that, when you're upset, you want to cry to, you want to have a hug from. They're the people that, just by being there, make you feel better about yourself. And I think that is qualities that we have, me and you. I believe you have that quality. I don't often enjoy the company of others. I keep to myself in this corner, but I really enjoy you being here. Thank you for coming to visit me and say hi. Oh, I suppose you could look to me as the den mother, the house mother. I'm often here. People come to me. They ask me questions I don't know the answers to, but I help them in any way I can. I give them advice. I tell them what I would do. I tell them that they are going to make the right decision, that the bad days they were having, they will end, and everything is a learning curve, and it doesn't matter if you get it wrong, you can always try again. People, they always think that the first time they do something has to be perfect, but anything worth doing is worth doing badly the first time. You know, you don't have to just ace the owls on your first try. I've done the owls 3 times. Oh yes, under the same name each time. Yes, I know it's quite exceptional of me to still be here trying. No, I've never aced them. I've never gotten at the top tier, but I think they're using it as a way to discourage me from continuing on even longer. They're like, oh, she'll get sick of doing the owls eventually. But no, I'm getting quite good at them. I get so nervous. I'm like, oh, one day, I don't know, even though I know everything that's coming. They're very different each year, the owl costumes. It's amazing. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, yes, no. Of course. I will definitely help you get some dinner later. I don't like going into the big hall with all the other students and they're lots of people around. They don't want to be there. They don't know what they're doing. Screaming. I love it. It just feels like such an honest thing that these creatures do, you know. It makes nice sounds, that's why I'm tapping on the acorn. This is not an acorn. I can't wait for acorn season. Maybe I'll get some acorns this year. Can make a lovely tea out of it, you know. Oh, the kitchens, yes. Well, we have a small kitchen here, but the kitchen is so close that I just sneak in, talk to my friends there. The house elves, yes. Oh, I'm sure you'll hear all about it. There's one student once. Well, we won't mention her by name because Hermione can be a little bit. Oh yes, see, you've heard of her. I should not have brought it up. Well, seeing as you know of the magical trio of destiny, I would also like to point out a plant to you. Have you met the? Oh yes, the overempowering climber. Yes, that's it. Have you met it? The Australopithecus Siberium. That is growing in the far corner. Yes, you may notice I am in the corner of the room. It is round. I will admit. I know that the room is round and circles don't have corners, but I've made this little area so cozy for myself that you will forgive me for calling them cozy corners. But you will see off to the side, on the far side of the circle, shall we say, the vine that is getting out of control. Yes, we call it Harry. Mainly because sometimes it obstructs the entryway and nobody can get in and out, and it causes such a fuss, and it's so popular and it thinks it's the best thing ever, and that it should take up all of the space, time and resources of every single Hufflepuff. But you know, just bear it no mind, eventually it will go back to his spot. He likes to wander. He's quite a nice creature, really. Good-hearted. Yes, he definitely has his heart in the right place. Oh, you're what? Oh, let me see. Yes, lovely. Oh, I do like it. Good. Is that willow? Yes, I thought so. A good willow branch. It's good because it bends, but it doesn't snap. Yes. You will have a hard time snapping that wand. Oh, my wand. You'd like to see my wand too? Yeah. What did you say the core was of your wand? She didn't say, or unspecified. Now that is an adventure for later. You must, when you tell me, when you find out, you must, or you will find out. You will find out, yes. The lady working at Ollivander's shop. Yes. She does like to keep things mysterious, doesn't she? I'm sure Ollivander would have told you straight away. He doesn't like surprises. Oh, my wand. Yes, of course. This is my wand. It's very good. I have had it for not that long. I found it. It was down the bottom of some ravine I was traversing one day. Yes. A bit worse for where it was, but I like it. It is very, very good at fertilizing the ground for plants. Yes. You may notice there's a patch of garden I've been working very hard on, and the cabbages are ridiculous. fertilizer comes. The fertilizer Hex works so well. The fertilizer spell works so well because the other one is enriched with the blood and bone, which is very good for soil. See, some good comes of everything, don't you think? Well, now, let me put that away before somebody gets a little bit too interested. Me? Oh no, I don't think I will ever leave. Not if I can help it. Become a teacher. Do you know how much study you have to do that? I'm sure they will find. I will just keep studying. They bring new teachers in and you can just learn new things from the new professors, you know. Professors come and go. Students mostly come and go, but not me. I'm very constant. I like it here, and I think it deserves to have somebody to care for it. Yes, I know we have heads of houses and teachers and stuff, but the professors, they are more dedicated to their children, as in their students, and their profession, more than they are into the actual house and room itself. It's not that I have permission to stay. It's just that I never asked for it in the first place. The rules don't specify that you have to leave. They just say that it's your final year. Yeah. No, I've never gotten these certificates yet. Oh, I don't mind not passing. In fact, I haven't once passed herbology or potions. Most classes I have, and most Hufflepuffs are beside themselves. They don't intuitively know how to make potions, but I just get so sidetracked and I'm not good at following a recipe. So I learn. I try to learn. I'm quite good at making potions of my own accord, but I'm not very good at making a potion that is specific to the class topic. If you catch my drift. Oh, don't be like me, no. You should study, you should do what is right for you. Yes. There is no should. No, society puts that on you. That's all the Gryffindors telling you what you should or shouldn't do. The Ravenclaws arguing philosophy with you. What should be considered good and what should be considered bad. Oh, and Slytherin, don't get me started on Slytherin. They're forever doing things that are wrong, and they know it full well. It's amazing. Just interesting how different the moral codes are, yes. There's only what you want and what you don't want. And what is kind and what is not kind. Things that feel right. That is what you should do. That is what you will pursue. What feels right for you is what you will pursue. And what feels right and doesn't hurt anybody else will be what works best for you. Oh, trust your intuition, yes, absolutely. Listen to the frogs and the wind and really notice what's going on around you, and you will easily find your gut instinct is correct, I assure you. Oh, I'm going to sit here for a little longer, that's all. Yes. I know that's the last of the people are dwindling out for dinner now, but I'd like to sit here with my bike going a little longer, but you run along. You enjoy dinner, yes? Okay. Alright, good night. Good night.